¿Cómo estás? Hi, and welcome to my book club. Oh, God. Are we starting?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Sean. I'm nervous, my palms are sweating. I brushed my teeth twice.
And he vacuumed.
Yeah. You can tell this is all vacuum. There's not a fuzz on this carpet. It's always clean in here.
Put a lot of work into that. Y'all have heard me talk about Sean a lot, but you guys have never met him. Here he is.
Hello.
Alright, we're done now.
Oh.
Just kidding. So, you guys have asked how we met, so I guess instead of me telling the story, I was just gonna turn the table over to you.
Oh, okay. Spotlight's on.
I'll just step in when I need to.
Yeah, help me out. Well, we met right when I moved back from Chicago, back to Bloomington. I'm from Bloomington, well, from Bedford. It's like 30 minutes south. And then I lived here for like...
If you're... pause. We went to high school together. He's not a normal Bedford boy, I promise.
Yeah, she's not a normal Bedford girl, I promise.
Bedford girl?
Oh, what? Bloomington girl. She gonna be a Bedford girl.
No.
So I lived in like Bloomington for like, I think 7 years. But I ended up moving to Chicago last year. And right when I moved back, it was like my second week of being here, I got on Bumble. And then, voila, my first match, this pretty girl over here.
Yep, it went Bumble, that's for sure. I put down dating apps literally so much, and that's how I met.
Yeah, God uses social media.
He does, especially during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So online dating's not a hoax.
Also, a lot of people that have met like their significant other, future significant other online.
I met this weirdo.
Yeah, she met me. So, anyways, I used to go to City Church, which is her church that she works at.
Yeah, this is crazy how God works, like in God's timing. Like my last video about our timing and how we crossed our paths when we literally have a lot of mutual friends, grew up around the same area, and then we just met last year. Well, last year.
Yeah, in 2020. Yeah, we met last year.
Yeah,
it's been so long. But it was like my first weekend being settled in, and I planned on going to City Church that following Sunday anyways. So we started texting, I think it was like on a Thursday or a Friday.
Thursday.
And I was like, hey, like I really wanna, like I wanna hang out. Like I told her that I was gonna go to City, but like I wanted to hang out before like we just went to church, you know? Cause like I just kinda, I think I told you, I was like, I don't know if you want to meet me at church and then you're like, you meet all the best people at church. Because we were just so busy that weekend anyways. So we ended up meeting at church and I walked in there. She was serving. I know, I'm gonna get to it. She was serving and she was like, yeah, if you come early, there might be a seat in the front row and you can sit up here with me. And I was like,
yeah,
whoa.
he said, if I bring you a Starbucks, then I sit up front with you.
Yeah.
Man tried to bribe me before you even met me.
Hey, but it worked. Bring the Starbucks. And I walked in and I was like, I texted her right before I was gonna walk in because like I've never seen her in person. And like meeting with somebody, like you never know if like you're instantly gonna know like it's her or it's him. So I was like, hey, if you see someone walking around with 2 Starbucks in their hands and have no clue where they're walking, it's probably me. So I walked in and she was standing up front in like the front entrance, and I walk up to her and I'm like shaking, giving it to her. And I think I blamed it on me just having shakes, but I was definitely nervous. I was nervous the whole time.
Oh, babe. I had to Google.
I still have it.
I thought he was dying on me. I had to Google. I literally Googled it after our first date.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have a heart issue anyways, and I told her that, and she's like, that's why you're shaking.
I thought he was going to die.
Yeah. But I'm still here. What, 4 months later?
4.5.
4.5 months later, still here, still living, still breathing.
Yeah.
Still shaking. She makes me nervous all the time. Okay, so after church, hope the police don't watch this because we did a little spray painting. But we did it for God. We covered up some bad words on top of the fire tower. So we walked outside of church and we're like, okay, like what do you want to do? I was like, we should go to the fire tower just because like I'm outdoorsy, she's outdoorsy. I knew it was something that we could connect on. And then we're thinking things that we could do, and somehow spray painting like got brought up.
Oh, but it would.
Oh,
me.
you said last time I was up there was a bunch of bad words everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, we should like spray paint it or something
And I
like
was
that.
like.
And she's like, this is Satan. no, she agreed. And then I went to like Lowe's. I sprinted to Lowe's, and she went to a meeting for church, and I got like all the spray paint, and then I picked her up, and we went out to the fire tower, which is like 20 minutes from town, and it was packed. Like there was like 5 cars there, which 5 cars is like 10 people probably.
So we decided to take a little detour in the woods.
We went on a little detour, which turns out to be every date for the next like 2 months is a little detours through the woods.
Yeah, but this date was not like anything else.
Mm-mm.
This was like a straight up date because I was in my single season so hard, and I was just like, because I wasn't on Bumble for the dating experience. I was more on Bumble because there's Bumble Biz and Bumble BFF. So I was trying to connect with girls on Bumble BFF to travel with me, and then I was trying to connect with photographers and the freelancers with Bumble Biz, and I was just like, Bumble date, let's see what this is. And then he popped up, and I was like, well,
Swipe.
let me see. I don't know. He looks a little suspicious, but that's how it worked. But the first day, I literally said, okay, this is what I'm not doing. This is what I'm doing. It's my non-negotiables. And if you ain't down with that, then this is it.
Yeah, that was during
I'm
our
not wasting
walk.
my time. Yep, first date.
Yeah.
First date. Which I don't know if I recommend doing that the first date. Because, no, it might intimidate people.
100% do it. No.
But I was like, straight up.
If it intimidated me and pushed me away, then you don't deserve that person, you know? Like, you wouldn't desert me if it scared me away. Because, like, you're looking for someone with the same heart as you. So, like, why would you be scared of your non-negotiables whenever it's so important?
I think it was more of, that was the first time I was saying that to someone.
It's definitely uncomfortable, I think, to say.
Yeah, because it's both of our first times in a relationship where we're staying committed to being pure and living for God and having God in the middle of our relationship. So it's my first relationship after I came to Christ and after I had my boundaries set up and my non-negotiables. I knew exactly what I was looking for. And I was just at a point where I was like, I'm not wasting my time. So I think I kind of came off I don't know, I think I could have said it a little nicer or a little smoother.
It was aggressive.
It was very aggressive. I don't recommend doing, I just didn't know what I was doing. I talked to my friends afterwards. I was like, okay, I said this. And I was like,
I didn't know that.
It's like, maybe I should have said it in a different way. But, I mean, it ended up working. I was still skeptical, though. But every time I prayed about something that I was skeptical about, God came back and answered me and reassured me in that.
But maybe that's like just something for me I really liked because how like upfront you were about things. Because I was like, oh, she knows what she wants. She's right with God. Like she is passionate and like she's gonna go for it, you know. And I think that's like instantly I was like, wow, this girl's amazing. Like that quality I guess really stuck out to me. So maybe that's why I liked it. So maybe you don't push it out on everybody right away, but. Hey, it worked for her, it worked for me.
I needed somebody that can handle it.
Yeah.
But I think God knows what he's doing when he puts certain people in your life.
Yeah.
And I just think that our story is really a godsend just because how many times we could have met, especially before we were both committed to God fully and his purpose in our life, for our lives, that, like, to be completely honest, we probably, if we met 2 years before, we would have had sex because neither one of us had that as something that we were pursuing and we didn't fully understand it. I mean, personally, I didn't understand it until I like came back to Christ, which was about a year before I met you. Oh, no, more than a year before I met you. But yeah, it's just crazy how God works and his timing is perfect.
Yeah.
And just how we are in a small town and have never...
And like still to this day, like we'll come across like friends and then they'll bring up somebody and I'll be like, oh, I know them. Like I know them so well. I grew up with them and same with her. And like, we're like, we know all these people. We've probably been in the same area, but we just never like crossed paths. And that's definitely like a God thing. Because like what you just said, like if we would have met, like who knows, like it could have been like toxic as in like just not a healthy relationship. And I wasn't ready for like someone like you to come in my life at that time, and as for you, and that's why, like, you know, God's timing is everything.
Yeah. And that's why I'm just, literally God, he worked in a pandemic for us. He worked during COVID, and he worked online on a dating app, and got the perfect time as well, because I needed to learn how to love myself. Every time someone interrupts, it's fine. Just let it. Alright, we're back.
Wow. My first time on here, already screwed it up.
So after the first date, I kind of basically knew that I wanted to pursue him, just because, I don't know, it was just like a different feeling. And during that single season, I did have guys approach me and want to date, but I knew that I know, I'm sorry, but this is a true story. I knew what I wanted and knew what I stood for, and that what I believed in and what they believed in didn't line up, and it wouldn't have benefited me in my relationship with God, and I wasn't interested in having a relationship. I was just loving my single season, and I was just so in it. And even when I met you, I was like, okay, I do not want to take my time.
I feel like you almost a little upset because you're like crying.
I'm very thankful for you though. But it was just right after the date, my friend even asked me about it, and I was like, this is different. Like, I'm terrified. Like 3 days later, I even wrote the notes in my phone. I was like, I'm genuinely terrified. That's it. I literally said that in my notes because I had all these emotions and this. I already felt like I had a connection with you, and it was scary. But there was a lot of things that I had a whole thing of notes, questions to ask, red flags that there might be, things I need to pray about. So I prayed over every single one. I prayed over every question I had, every concern.
That's encouraged. Definitely do that.
And literally every day after, if I prayed on something, one concern I had, or not even a concern, a question I had, God would completely answer it and give me reassurance in that. And that's all I needed from God. And that was just so much, there's so much clarity in that. And if like you have a question about if you should be dating somebody, or if they're bettering you, or if you should be dating right now, or if this is a person that you should marry, or that would be good hubby material, I think you just gotta pray and God will give you clarity. I know it's so simple, but it's so true as well. God will give you clarity in that.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. Like after our first date, like our first interactions, just like I wrote you a letter, kind of like describing it, like how I felt when I saw like her worshiping God.
Wait, what?
Yeah, whenever
Do I have it?
Yeah, it's very nice.
That one. Okay.
So like when she was worshiping God, just like me looking over and seeing her and seeing like God overflow off her, like how that made me feel. And then when we were on our walk, like just her being open, how she was, and being straight up with her, like knowing what she wanted, how that made me feel. And then just seeing her on top of the fire tower, just like writing, like we wrote, love God, love people on top of the fire tower, just like doing those type of things. And then when I was driving home after dropping her off to her friends, I always like, I don't know, this is something I always did every time I meet someone, and I was like, God, is this my life? Like, you know, is this, cause like, I was hopeful for that, cause like, I've always wanted to like have a family, I've always wanted to like have a healthy marriage, and then have kids, like I've always wanted to be a dad, so like, that's a question I would always ask, but I would always hear no. But for her, this was the first time my prayer shifted without me even realizing it. I was like, instead of being like asking God, is this her? My prayer was just thankful that I met this person, like thankful for bringing her in my life. Like I didn't have doubts, which was scary, but it was at the same time, it was so comforting because I've always had doubts, you know, as you should, like you should always ask God for assurance, but God just did that like right away. So when you feel that, like when you have that connection, just keep praying on it, and then don't push it away, even though it's scary, because like it could be something like really real, and that's what we got. So it's like really good.
I think my tendency is always to run away, but I've stayed.
Like the TikTok when they're like, you like go right and the person like grabs you back, run away, stay. I'm like,
you didn't pull me back.
Well, carpet carpet is clean as a whistle. You just slid on that.
But yeah, that was so sweet.
Oh, thanks.
I would kiss you right now. We're on a kissing
Yeah, we're on a
fast.
kissing fast. No kissing. No just.
Yeah, we're on a kissing fast. Day 143.
My lips are dry. Yeah, those don't sound fun, but they're so beneficial.
I enjoy it.
Maybe we should do a vlog.
Oh yeah, we can do that at our kissing fast and what we. Woo!
Yeah, we did our first one was 7 days. This one's 21
Yeah,
days.
I definitely suggest if you're doing a long kissing fast, do a little
Do a little teaser.
tease like a tester. We did a 7-day tester.
You could do a 3-day. You could do a day.
Yeah.
Like it's just. I mean, you could.
You could. So, okay, well now that you have met Sean, we actually have a lot of other, well, I have other video ideas that I want to do together. Yeah. And, yeah.
My palms are still sweaty. I'm still nervous. But yeah, this was fun. Thanks for having me on here. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Hey, wait, let me do the closing.
Oh.
Like, comment.
Wait, go.
What? Okay, ready? This is the closing. Ready? Like,
Subscribe.
comment.
Share.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yep. Bye.